Howdy, welcome back. Jake here, Day and Night Services. Today I got something for you that might be very silly for some, or maybe most, but for me it's not. It's a big deal, and I feel like I had to say something about it. So in the construction world, something like a marking device, whether it's, I usually carry a Pika on me and a Milwaukee Inksol. It's a part of my EDC. It's an important thing, and it's something so simple that it's like, it's a big deal in the construction world. Everyone needs something to mark stuff out. People carry it in their pocket, on their tool belt, in their gear bag, just like somebody carrying a pen in their car. So I saw something yesterday at Lowe's, and I just had to, I had to buy a pack, and I have to say something about it, and basically do a review, and I have to talk about it. I have to. So everyone knows what a Sharpie is. The Sharpie brand was, or still is, like one of the biggest names in permanent marker in the world. There's nothing bigger than Sharpie, okay? Years ago, Milwaukee Tool came out with their own permanent marker, more of a construction grade marker for guys in the carpentry business, guys in not just the carpentry, but the construction world. I was a millwright for over 10 years we'll call it, doing iron metal stuff. And I came across Milwaukee's construction marker they came out with years ago, Inksol. And this marker alone reigned supreme over the Sharpie brand. And I don't know the technology behind, I would call it technology behind their ink and what's inside the marker. I think the outside, it's a plastic shell. Yeah, this Milwaukee has a little more flair, so to say, and their hook is not as flimsy. Their hook still does break off, I would say, but what's inside the marker seemed to just reign supreme over Sharpie and their tip. The tip wears out as you use it. But something about the Milwaukee just like lasted, it worked. It was night and day different than the Sharpie. So long behold, and I think with the rest of the construction world, Milwaukee, everyone went from Sharpie, who used Sharpie or oil-based pens and stuff like that, to Milwaukee. I guarantee it. Everyone changed to Milwaukee. That's why they were like the only other one besides Sharpie that like had a marking device that just worked. And yeah, I got one of these too, the Milwaukee, their ultra fine point. I use this every now and then, but mainly it's their flagship marking Inksol marker, standard marker. Yesterday at Lowe's, I had to see it, and these guys have been moving forward for many years. Everybody knows about their electrical stuff, screwdrivers, electrical, testers, and this, that, and the other. Klein tools. Okay, I walked by this and I said, I have to say something about this and I have to buy a pack. Introducing, I don't know how long these have been on the market. I don't go to the tool store a lot, so Lowe's, so on and so forth, but I saw these and I said, there's no way. Klein Tools fine tip permanent markers. They're called their Skribes. So again, Milwaukee calls it Inksol. Klein is calling it their Skribes. Now, all I saw was just their basic, in relationship, their basic marker, So I'm assuming they're going to come out with more sizes and different this and that, but here's yours truly, yours first. We'll open these bad boys up. Now, something like a marking device seems really stupid again to some people, or most people, but this right here, this Milwaukee changed the game. It just did. And this is my EDC. Literally every single day I carry this marker along with my Pika. That's a different way to mark things, but I saw these Klein markers. Oh, wow, these are fancier yet. And I had to buy them. This looks pretty good. I had to get these. Klein Tool Skribes. Okay. Oh, wow. Oh, that's nicer. Yeah, something so simple. Okay, so we're kind of just, I'm kind of all over the place because who talks about markers, but I had to. So they got like a square flute, like a 3-flange flute, you would call it, or a 3-flute grip. Very fine. Can you see the triangular apparatus? Okay, it looks like they still got a helmet latch, a helmet lock. I would say it's definitely a little beefier. We can get the hook. I'm sure this thing will rip off. The one gripe I have about the Milwaukees is this tab, if you put it in your pocket, it breaks off just like the rest. Not as much as the Sharpie, because that's pretty flimsy. This does look a little more rigid on the Klein, we'll see. But something so simple as a marker, and I'd like to see where this goes. Milwaukee's been in the game for a long time, so isn't Klein, but their markers have been just unbeatable. You would never use a Sharpie if you had a Milwaukee, ever. You just wouldn't. Again, if you're in the construction world, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Fast forward to 2025, which I'm pretty sure these are this year. I'd have to look. I could probably Google it right now, but I've never seen another construction marker worth a crap. Well, now we have Klein. And if you haven't gone to Lowe's in a while and seen the Klein gear, not that I need to talk about Klein, but Klein is stepping up their game a huge amount. And they have a lot of stuff going on now. And you just got to go to, I say Lowe's because I know Lowe's where I live we have a Lowe's in town. And they have Klein. So I would say that. I'm sure Home Depot carries them and Menards and stuff like that, but this is where I got these. And these markers, we're going to test them out. I'm going to carry these. I'm going to burn through these 4. I know for a fact that these Milwaukees work, and I probably got 6 more in my truck, but we're going to burn through these 4 and maybe do a little updated review. I'm trying to keep this somewhat fast, but it's talking about a marker, I don't know. But we'll burn through these 4 and see how they work. Again, I don't know how much ink technology there is, but there's something way different from a Sharpie to a Milwaukee, and I would assume if they can keep up, these are the same price. These are like $4 for 4 of them. It's like $3.90 something. Call it $1 a piece, and I'm sure the markup is huge. I'm sure they're making 95+% markup on these stupid things, but they just reign supreme. You know, Milwaukee was it. Now these, wow, I'm excited. I'm a nerd. I'm a tool guy. I don't sell tools. I actually use them, and I'll give you my honest feedback on them. Tools run my life, and they run the world, and that's all there is to it. And I passed these. I walked by these, and I had to take a double look. I said, a Klein construction marker? Come on. I'm buying them. Of course, the girlfriend looked at me and said, "What the hell's wrong with you?" I said, This is exciting. This to me is exciting. Markers? Yeah, because it's a big thing. Okay, it's a big freaking thing. But yeah, I just had to come on here and say something about Klein. Wow, good for you, Klein. That's exciting. That's, again, they're moving forward with a lot of stuff, and I just want to say kudos to them. The tool world is crazy. I saw this promoting Klein. We'll see how they are. Klein's fine tip permanent markers called their Skribes. And it does look like they do also available ultra fine chisel tip, XL chisel tip paint marker. So right there, they do have other stuff out already. But their flagship would be obviously the regular permanent marker deal. So OG, Sharpie, Milwaukee Inksol, and for me, the new Klein Skribes. Right there. Let's get it. Thanks for sticking around. This might be a very useless video, but I had to. Peace out, everyone. Thanks.